Hi, welcome to a new video dedicated to a new Wi-Fi brush quadcopter from Eachine one more time. So be sure it's a rebranding toys quadcopter from another brand, probably more here a JJC model. So this is probably the slimmest quadcopter, at least toys quadcopter available in market. So and there is a kind of new special unfolding procedure, at least for the motor parts. So the consequence, this quadcopter is super transportable. So we have a 720p FPV camera, but broadcasting the signal thanks to a Wi-Fi digital link. So it means that you will have some frame rate drop versus distance, and the frame rate is not reaching 24 frames per second, but something more about 50 frames per second. Okay, so it's a classic toys quadcopter, and here it's hard to guess, but there is also a super slim radio transmitter, so you can enjoy flying your E57 through the remote control or via the application. So let's discover this new Wi-Fi machine. Okay, so let's open it, and what we will find an instruction manual, okay, where everything is double written in English and Chinese, and I would say that the Chinese character is taking more the free room available, so it's not very clear because it's alternating all the time between Chinese and English. Anyway, we have page 8, the role of each button. I will explain in few seconds, okay? And where to download the application. I would say the application is the Eachine one, so common with the, for example, the former E56, okay? But for the application, it will be not the same for the radio transmitter protocol. Okay, the role of each things, okay, flip and roll, and where to download. So this is the Eachine Fly apps, okay, available on iOS and Android. You have to QR code this one, for example, and after it's a classic interface I will explain. So ta-da-da, here is the quadcopter. It's super slim. Look at that, how slim is it? Let's measure the thickness of this new one. So we have less than 1 centimeters, 9.2 millimeters. It's super small, relatively light and durable. Okay, so let's measure, and we have a 250 milliamps per hour, one LiPo built in. Okay, so let's measure the weight. Something about 56 grams. Okay, and let's check the bottom side. We can get through this bottom the LiPo, but no possibility to remove it, to recharge and to use another fresh one. So it means that as soon as you are in the field, you are condemned to recharge in the field your quadcopter. It will take approximately 30 minutes. Okay, so be aware of that. You can use a power bank to be independent of your PC, but anyway, it's like this. So what is a new system? Look at that, we have 2 buttons laterally, one here and one here, and if we press on it, like this, the motors are unfolded in a fraction of a second. So there are some 7 millimeters. Okay, let's measure that. So there are some 7 millimeters motor. So maybe here will be more easy to give you this information. It's confirmed 7 millimeters motors by 20, and the props super large. Remind me some prop used in some UDI scar drone. Okay, so with a lot of trust, welcome, for at least it was the case for the nano quadcopter. Is with this more larger one. Let's give the information about the main general dimension. So we have a machine around about, okay, it's a 100 millimeters class quadcopter. Okay, so quite large, but it's an H design. Okay, and on top, look that we have this super mega tiny lens pinhole. So As usual, it's one more time a quadcopter with a small narrow field of view, so I will call that yet another quadcopter with a narrow field of view. And but so this one won't exit about 70 degrees. It's all the time too narrow to enjoy really fully FPV. They will never understand that we need something more larger, about 120. But I guess it's linked with the technology of the lens installed, and here it sounds to be even more tiny. We have something about a 5 millimeters, some stuff like this, so it's an M5. No possibility to adjust the lens on rotation. You will be blocking the horizontal plane. At least is not like it was the case maybe years ago. Fixed in the down with a negative angle targeting the ground, it was completely stupid. At least now it's horizontal. So on top we will find here the unique port. This is a charger plug, so you will be able to find. So let's continue to discover. We have the transmitter, super slim, okay, and we have this kind of sliding transmitter. Well, I'm not a super great fan because you can slide, oops, by accident, you can slip on the sticks, and okay, so be aware you need really, I much prefer some real sticks. This kind of button, okay, so I'm not super, I would say super easy. Okay, we have some 2 shoulder button here, okay, and here, okay, so I will immediately say that all the right front panel trim but here are for trimming. This one is for can remember well. This one is for takeoff, okay, or auto landing, and this one for flips. Sorry, okay, and we are this one the top bottom one is for calibration. Okay, and this one I can remember well, and we have 2 headless mode and 1K return. Well, the 1K to somewhere, I will say. How to feed 2 AAA batteries, and rechargeable batteries are working. So you just need to long press, okay, and as 99% of the quadcopter to definitively finish the bind procedure, you will have to push up and down the transmitter. Now you have a solid line. It will send the full binding order sequence to the quadcopter. Okay, so as you can see, there is no way to attach a phone or a smartphone or a tablet, so you won't be able to carry simultaneously, at least easily, without any modification, this transmitter with the tablet. One more time, one more word for the radio protocol. It's a YAP. Yet another protocol, okay? What's a pity, each time they didn't keep the same radio protocol, mainly because they use different HOM companies to design, okay, and everything is branding by the Eachine name, okay, so it coming from different companies, they are not sharing to each other their radio protocol, so it's a shame. So it's not completely different for the E56, and it will be probably different from the E59 if one day there is one. So what we can find in the bag, okay, there is not over, we have some USB charging, okay, ending with a super tiny DC connector, and four props, spare props, all black, and the small wrench tools to remove them. That's all. So super compact, as you can see. And well, so to if I turn on the machine, you have to long press this button here, and after it's warming. So if I want to control, I will push the transmitter, okay, finish to push up and down, and the as you can see, the LEDs front on right, blue on right, on front, sorry, and the red on rear, okay, so we become solid, and we have this small camera, okay, on top. And if I take the tablet, okay, if I go to the settings like this, after a couple of seconds, you should see this 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi appearing. Eachine E57. Okay, they even make us misspelling here. It's Chinese are amazing sometimes. So you will have to connect, okay. And when it's done, you will have to run the Eachine Fly, okay, and this one is common with the former E56 at least. Like hope it will be the same for the next machine. So you have the older role of the interface here by playing, and you have to press back, and then if you press okay, I'll play, you will have, oh la la, here is. So we have a very nice 720p resolution, as you can see. Is super precise. At least we have 720p, and I will say the light sensitivity is not bad at all for such compact pinhole lens. Look, my disorder around, okay, is done by my soldering job here. Oh, look the details at least. Okay, so it's not so bad. We have, as you will be able to see, okay, something, a latency about in close distance about 0.3 seconds, not fantastic. So you can control as well the machine with the smartphone, and in this case you will have to press here the on, and now you have the sticks at least, okay, and you can, if you want, turn on or off the gyroscope, okay, so if up to you, and well, we cannot as here disable the altitude hold assistance, okay. We have some different settings, okay, and here you can calibrate, for example, here the machine on the flight surface. So I will describe, you can perform flips here, we can select the speed mode, 3 speed mode are available. Why? On the transmitter, okay, we have only 2, okay, oh sorry, it was the flips here, and to is this one, okay, 1, 2 beeps. Also only 2 speed mode on the radio transmitter, and seems to have 3 via the Wi-Fi application. I'm not sure it's really working. Anyway, it's like this. We can replay recorded file, okay, like this, and we can record, okay. So it will be recording on your smartphone without all the logos, but the frame rate will be depending of the transmission, because it's recording the received video, so it will suffer a frame rate drop versus distance, as you can see. So it won't be super usable. So I'm positively surprised by the quality and the light sensitivity, and seems to have a real 720p video feedback, which is really not bad for such kind of toys nowadays. So we have a basic one. So you have to make a choice either to fly with the virtual sticks, okay, like this, or with the radio, but without any FPV feedback, since you cannot hold both together. So now it's time to go in the field, okay, and to test this one. The autonomy should be around 4 minutes, okay, and we will see how good and how easy is the control of this machine and the quality in real outside condition of this new E57. Welcome to the demo fly of the E57. So I would test in outdoors condition. It's almost wind-free, okay, and we will see how good the control, etc. If it's not lacking of power lift. How is the Wi-Fi link with some 720p FPV resolution feedback, okay, and let's unfoil it. Wow, I like this stuff. First remark, if you want to control your machine with the transmitter, first bind the quadcopter with the transmitter before to connect to the application. If it's the inverse, the control is more proprietary given to the smartphone or tablet, okay. So it's time to turn on the machine. Just long press the central main power button and install on the flight surface. Turn on the quadcopter, okay, the transmitter, sorry. To finish the bind, you have to push the throttle stick up and down, and you have a solid light here and as well here, okay. Red and solid is okay, and I will try to record, okay. Sorry, I will try to record the stuff like this. So I will record on my yes, do you want to? Yes, it will record right now, okay. And I will try to connect to the Wi-Fi Eachine okay, so with the same tipo. Okay, and now it's time to connect to Eachine Fly. Press and play. And after just a couple of seconds, I should have the FPV feedback. It's okay, so I will install the machine like this. Don't touch to anything else. And time to press the auto takeoff. So the sun is a sunset on the right, so we will see how he's handling the light. Let's press the takeoff button. Wow, and voila. Okay, so we have the characteristic sound of some 7 mm. Let's see the yaw in the beginner rate. Not so bad. Let's see how this machine is flying. Immediately I can say that is lacking a little bit of power. Let's see a full power lift. Wow, not impressive. We have the altitude hold. Okay, so we will see. So let's target me. Okay, and still some deviation. Okay, hello. So yes, some drift, but the altitude hold is correct. We have some Z variation. Let's engage the second speed mode. Okay, so the speed mode is on the top left button. 2-beep fastest mode. So let's see. And wow, look the speed. Not so bad. Okay. So it's for a Wi-Fi quadcopter shooting video. Paradoxically, I found this machine a little bit too nervous. Okay. The yaw is wow. Let's see 350 flips. So this is the top left shoulder button. I'm afraid we will lose some altitude. Okay, flips. It's oh, look that. It tried to climb a bit and then lose a lot of altitude. Definitively, this machine is. Oh, what happened? He go down suddenly. I don't know why. Oh, come on! It's time to stay in the air. Okay, the altitude all ship sounds to have some artifact sometime, losing some altitude hold. Okay. So let's try to capture a small and precise, not super fast. Look, that is losing altitude. I have to push fast forward. Whoa. You want to go down, and I don't want, so the altitude hold sometimes is not working efficiently. Ah, there is a small breeze. So this machine is clearly an indoors flyers. Okay, so let's try to go down. I will return to the first speed mode, 1 beep, to have more precise flight. Try to see me in the strong lights, and let's check now in the opposite. So I guess it was super shadowed. I don't like the altitude hold. It's not super accurate, and to be honest, and sometimes don't know it's losing altitude. Looks like I'm not touching anything. It's drifting a lot. So oh, I already reached LBC. Sorry for the. Yes, it's flashing. So the white LEDs, the front blue one, are not super visible. Look, that is losing altitude drastically. Oh my god, it's underpowered machine. Okay, it's time to, oh my god, the LiPo is dead. Okay, I will press the auto landing. Oof, my god, the LiPo cries, thank you, man. So it's flashing, as you can see. So the LVC, the motor are a little bit warm, so clearly the motor are under stress. So even if this machine is super light, I'm not sure that this type of motor are really suitable for the E57. It's lacking of power. So one first drawback, and second one, the LiPo, it's a built-in one, so you can go in the field and change to new fresh one. That's a drawback. But the folding system is just great. Look at that one more time. I like that. Oh. And this one is blocked. Why? Oh, maybe some dust inside. Let's check one more time. Yes, probably some dust inside. Yeah, look at that, super fast. So that system and is working efficiently. What is missing to this machine? Well, some more power, definitively. more autonomy. It's a consequence of, because the LiPo is try to draw a lot of ampere that the motor cannot give. So, well, the flight time are not amazing. Okay, something about 4 minutes maximum. And this machine is definitively more an indoor flyer, super sensitive to the any variation of wind, and so by consequence the Z altitude stabilization is not impressive. The yaw is also maybe too fast, and I found paradoxically in expert mode that is maybe not super accurate to perform smooth videos. The video 720p feedback is absolutely not bad at all. Okay, so look that on the screen is, well, really acceptable. Okay, for a machine the latency of course is proportional, but one more time, with such narrow field of view, it's almost impossible to fly. Indoors for sure, and outdoors is only in super wide open space that is completely boring in my point of view. So please, Eachine, deliver us one more time a machine with a wider field of view. Okay, please. Okay, the camera sensor is not bad for a CMOS one, but absolutely not reaching the HD quality of any other more expensive competitors. So I would say it's another Wi-Fi basic quadcopter machine. The originality is here, the possibility to unfold the machine super fast, like I would say a revolver. Okay, but the camera is performance is acceptable, but the drawback are of the we'll say the relatively poor Z altitude stabilization and the relatively poor flight duration. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this new video. If you like it, please submit and see you next time. Bye bye.